The fervor of life and the remoteness of death has never been more apparent this 2025 as our protagonist has come to discover mail order testosterone pills. Other significant updates include the loss of a Pokemon Go account with 200 million experience and the death of a 5-year-old Redmi phone. These things that happen in a person's life dissolves in the backdrop of 2025's crown jewel, the 2025 World Expo with Osaka taking the reins. Someone cooked something up in the 80s, with this thing happening only every after 5 years. Arlo LP at the ripe age of 33 stands at the precipice of global war. Just how volatile an English speaker can be with what's going on in Gaza, Ukraine, and Cambodia is dependent on every decision of each day that passes. But at the soils of the Philippines makes one question the distance from the core of the reason, vis-a-vis the reason for the end of the war. Losing your mind is an unintentional overdose away, but reaching out to a friend bears a huge hit on an online account if it isn't permanent. There's a huge IQ gap in watching a Family Guy episode from a movie like Flight Plan or Wall Street. There has been a relentless barrage of people posting job applications on Discord, and the connection to the Singapore people approving the money transfers grows to nothing eventually the longer I think about it. When outdoors, how would you confirm it? They're rarely online on the English Learning Channel and the Talent Tales main chat. Babysitting all these girls on solar balls makes me want to switch to the Red Room, but going into a teen gay channel will drive me into a fetal position. So the girls are lost and virgins. When asked if he was on to something important, well, he finally sees the beauty of changing the POV to the third person. The high is so much greater. This, he or she, could be anyone in a boy's mind. Other important things. I've been hearing chaos a lot, and honestly, I'm having the best time of my fucking life. Every time the game masters think I won't fucking farm chaotically again. There's this guy from the States who's here. He came from an isolated place in the Midwestern state, traveled here to Siargao, married a Muslim woman, and he's been kicking and hiring Filipinos like it's rounds of chikicha. It's gotten so elaborate they've booked the waterfront Cebu. I barely got sick this year. Back in 2023, I would get a fever after every hookup. The bigger, more muscled body has helped my overall immune system. I've learned how to fall in love with my neighbor. How? By the teachings of Thai BL. KFC Twister. With Thai BL, foreign gay happenings just came to me later on. Meeting a guy's parents and making love in your family home, even with the parent in the house. He's made love to 100 men already. That number is enough to retire now. Even for him, that number was more than enough. The number can tell you a lot of things with every time you relog in Grindr. No one is hitting you up. The last time this guy shouts out your name with you fucking saying it, with you not fucking saying it to him. That's a tight way. That is a stop sign for sure. It is time to grow up. Men in vulcanizing shops, men as jeepney drivers, men as college deans. It is time to redirect your energy and especially your resources to another, more honorable field. He might think, oh, kissing boys is the most honorable. It's not. while dying, leaving behind a bunch of Pokemon cards is far more honorable. Especially with a book that got referenced a lot in popular media, like your Cheese Whiz figure of speech choice. Now, recently, Fadazri ABD Rashid, a rising comedian in Malaysian TikTok, has recognized an ancient gardenia ad in his upload. Who wouldn't want him singing out, "I love you so much," out of the blue? 100 Men is a message to say, "Hope you will not think I never received love," when a character is lonely, alone, friendless, and depressed. They keep putting the spotlight on these characters. They're looking for an explosive ending, a death or a marriage. They've been playing simple plays on me. On the Pokemon Raids Discord, they've assigned quote-unquote 19-year-olds to say, "Would you like a video of me wanking?" How many times does he have to repeat he's not a pedophile? He doesn't wake up to chase high schoolers in their classrooms. He'd much rather chase after young professionals. Another great play that lost me a major digital asset was the Dynamax raid requirement. Defeating a Sableye requires at least 2 accounts. A new policy led to half an apocalypse. Imagine stocking enough loots to get a doppelganger card by choice. 5,000 worn-out prison uniforms is 5 talent coins. 20,000 means 20 talent coins. 50,000 uniforms is 1 whole kahorn. The boss cards in Ragnarok Mobile is stacking up. Were you looking for this? A Time Holder Star card. I don't know what I would do if I lose this Pokédex splicing pastime. Other people leave a Rolex or gold bars. It's different, they say. McDonald's are the king. The people have only really viewed the channel for the fucking songs. This would mean thyroid health has to be the top priority. Leia Salonga, the country's national treasure, not even her trans daughter could dent her blaze. It is true what that movie said. Hormones will change you. Now, also thanks to Pharmakis, I enjoy slapping my thighs in front of Nico. You're 33, so you've got about half a century to play your online games. Dear God, won't you recognize this book? If you mention these metaphors, I would be a happy person. Crochet, feathers, kitanglan, a printer that prints only blue, penis enlargement creams, L-arginine, iambit, meaning check, cassava plants, no more buying of shirts, Han Kong, J.R. Ricardo, Langsat, pesto, fusilli, shell macaroni, soulback. Nico, do you think we'll grow old faster this way? I don't know, maybe. You still have to do absolutely nothing but lie down the whole day. Do you think this kiss is different? What about this one? Fire has always been the essence of life since the beginning of time. Being with fire is being with your partner in life. Water is the opposite. It only seeks to destroy. For years, water destroyed civilizations, crumbled the smartest minds, and toppled economies. Even worse is Earth. Earth is the rot of the world. Space is the next adaptability frontier. Metals should trump fire always. Men were meant to be made of metal. When he was a young goose in the southern islands, he discovered a new element, the anti-cosmo. Encased in the magic of shadow, the AC comes to those who were molded by it. There's no fair way to get a quarter pounder. If it took 3 Japanese people, it would be strange. It would be a stranger world. Do you think Izumi Izumizawa is still alive? What about Kaz? Do you think I'll get to see Daisuke's face again? What about that guy who created a question for you? Both of you laughing when you asked if it was a question. Was that a question? Tinola with green papayas. A banana tree's flower falls at a height of at least 0.3 inches. That means on average you should at least fall. It's August 7, 2025. After a debilitating chemical imbalance, he had some dreams that are vivid enough to be remembered. Leaves? 10 billion leaves rolling down a cascade of low hills. Elon Musk was found guilty of using face swapping, an extremely low move targeted towards children. Leaf tsunamis? I was walking in a subdivision with narrow streets and a dramatic cool filter. I was alone watching the leaf storms. In another dream, I was bullying Nicolette. I happened to have the lowest budget in the city. Then she brings out a butcher's knife and starts stabbing me, but she apparently wounded my index finger. I woke up, my hand was recoiling. One major change is Kuya Cuckoo. He died. If you look at the first few books, I keep bringing him up. Now he's dead. All that talk about waking up in my house on a San Francisco day in the river is gone now. In the river. Who stands to benefit from the crime? It's a terrible checkmate because it's always going to be the city. The city's utmost homegrown rural bank should get the money. Since valproic acid is acid, I'm going to see whether I can remove these two completely again and be able to utilize my full energy for farming. Selling fakes to gangsters, fake fluency, fake art, fake collectibles, fake high value photographs. I have a problem with these appraisers. Murder at the Orient Express brought up lessons I don't think about much. You find a cogwheel that doesn't do its job well, you kill it or you hire it. This should explain why people want to move to Zamboanga. They'll have the higher up when somehow I find myself exiled there. He was in antiques, but he didn't have the mind for it, or the languages. Well, here you are, you're communicating with a local. Yay, you. But I had that moment long before you, so sucks for you. Barbecue chicken. He ate more steak than anyone I know. You should have smelled the bomb this guy left in the airport. People ran away from him. They screamed, leaving his line of sight. Holy shit. His feces covered the entire airport. When they wanted to be memorable, they really meant it. There's never been this much grace for playing with thoughts in my head. But the denial from the locals when I repeat a thought has never been more unfiltered. When I was young, I probably did this unconsciously, but the thought of my thoughts flying across my skull was something I thought only crazy people would believe. I never once thought it was something not so crazy. This blockage of living in a magical world. It was reinforced by the idea that when you admit a patient for thinking these things, it's a win for you. I heard the term sirang plaka too often, so here's to hoping my soul neighbor won't leave me. My fetish only goes so far as I love people watching fuck you on Twitter, not as far as I would love for you to fuck my dog. Lines like I get turned on when you come running back to me after 1,000 guys. I love watching you get fucked in front of me. His anonym bump in your ass as you try your best not to show you enjoy too much being loyal somehow, that you're the beacon of morality, goodness and ideal relationships. I love that you said okay to me inviting him again. Watching you enjoy it more the second time, cry about how I lied that he's not coming back, and watch you enjoy the next guy more than him, as each lie gets reinforced even when you conjure up a tear somehow. I love watching you the circle jerk, going from one penis and the next penis and the next, as you map out every shape and nook of each guy, how you choose each one as your whim guides you, as you uphold the sanctity of your marriage contract we sign in front of God and all our families. I get hurt when you study Spanish or even Hiligaynon, Now you're going to open up a tab on Chavacano. You're going to get a bus ride to that place. Just now a mosquito gets killed by a mosquito killer.